I'd like to call the Blue Springs Planning Commission of January the 9th to order. If you would, please stand and let's join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I want to wish you a Happy New Year, by the way. This is our first meeting of the year. And tonight we have on our agenda, number 1 is the consent agenda. Number 2 is the amended Eagles Ridge, which has been asked to be continued to February the 13th. We have the QuikTrip Master Alternative Sign Plan. Timothy Lutheran, they're asking about the amended preliminary plat and the final plat, which we'll vote on separately, but we'll hear them together. And then the any other business that we may have. So, with that, I'd like to ask if there's anyone that would like to make a motion on the consent agenda.
Madam Chairman?
Yes.
Motion to approve.
Okay, Commissioner Haney and Fairbanks. Okay, now on number 2, we will need a motion to continue to, the applicants requested this to February the 13th.
Madam Chairman, I move that we postpone the public hearing in the amended plat overlay district PRO C 10165526 to the February 13th, 2017 meeting.
Okay. Okay, now first we need to vote on the consent agenda, which I skipped right by. It's rusty, I'm rusty, I don't do it often enough. So if you would, all in favor of consent agenda being approved?
Aye.
Anyone saying opposed? All right. Now we have a motion on the public hearing being continued to February 13th. We have a motion. Did I hear a second?
I seconded it.
Okay. Ginger? Okay. All those in favor, you just want a vote. Okay, all those in favor of continuing to February 13th?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, thank you. Sorry. Master Alternative Site Plan, we have, I think, Mr. Jurey. Okay, you're going to present it.
Thank you, Planning Commissioners. Before you, you've heard several renditions of this, but this is the alternative master sign plan for the QuikTrip that's going on the corner of the northwest corner of 7 Highway and 40 Highway. And the main reason for this request is for their signage that's on the western facade of their gas canopy. All the rest of their signage meets sign code. The only exception is that sign on the western facade of their gas canopy. It faces, rather than facing the street, is where normally signs on buildings are allowed, whether it faces the street or on the main entrance. Those are the 2 places that it's normally allowed, but this does not face either. Regardless, we have allowed similar situations like this in the past through the alternative sign plan, and it is not facing residential. That would be the only caveat, but it isn't facing residential, so that's not a large issue. The red circle on the plan here is where it's going. It's fitting within the canopy's parameters, and thus, if it was allowed on that facade, then it would fit all other sign code regulations. So with that, staff does recommend approval of this with 2 conditions. One of them being that the landscaping must be installed around the base of all of their allowed freestanding monument signs. So if there are any questions, I'll stand and answer.
Are there any questions? Gather not. Yeah, Jeff.
I just want to make sure that they're not going to have the gas price up there.
There is, I believe, on the southern facade, they are asking for that gas pricer, and we have allowed this in the past with other gas stations as a wall sign. So
Okay. But it won't be on that west.
no, it won't be. No.
Okay.
Their only request for that western facade is their QuikTrip logo, as you can see in that bottom left-hand corner.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay. Would the applicant like to come forward?
Andrew Smith, 5725 Fox Ridge Drive, Mission, Kansas. Do I swear in or?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to explain the intent of this request. If you're traveling along 40 Highway heading east, we have our full access point, and then the other two access points on the side are both right in, right outs. So if you're traveling east on 40 and you miss that access point, you can't get back to our site without turning around in the intersection somewhere, and that being the intersection that it is. We're just trying to alleviate any congestion issues there. So by having it on the west facade, you'll be able to see it better. You won't be able to see it if it's on the front until you're actually in front of it. And I don't think you want people coming to a stop and looking to their left to see the sign that's going to catch their attention. So that's really the intent of this, is just to keep in mind public safety. So if there's any questions for me, I'd be more than happy to answer them. But other than that, that's all I got.
Does anyone have any questions? Okay. I gather not. Thank
All
you
right,
very much.
thank you.
Okay. Are there any questions or discussion up here? All right, if I hear a motion, that would be
Yeah.
Mr. Wall.
Yeah,
Mr. Wall.
Madam Chairperson, I'd like to make a motion for approval of the master's alternative sign plan, case file ASP-12-16-5600 with the two conditions.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Commissioner Duhan. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now we'll go to number 4 and 5, which we'll hear together. And then, like I said, we'll have a roll call vote on them separately. So the amended preliminary and the final plat for Timothy Lutheran.
Right. Thank you, Planning Commissioners, again. Before you have a request for a preliminary plat, which is amendment to the original Timothy Lutheran Church preliminary plat, as well as a for sale only final plat of Lot 3, which we'll get into which exactly that is. So the site is approximately 66 acres. And there is one existing lot that has been final platted, which is where Timothy Lutheran Church currently is. And then the remainder of the 3 remaining proposed lots surrounding that one already existing lot are lots 2, 3, and 4. And they are splitting. The original preliminary plat had lots 3 and lots 4. Lots 3 and 4 were one lot, but they are just splitting lot 3 and final platting lot 3, which is this lot. And they don't have any intentions as of this moment that I know of for lots 2 or 4. I'm sure they are looking to sell at least lot 2 that I know, but there's no development intention at this point. With that, the preliminary plat, there were some conditions that were originally on the original preliminary plat that will be carried over through this amended preliminary plat of Timothy Lutheran Church lots 2 through 4. And I'll go through a few of those. One of them being access. The access for lots 2 through 4 cannot be changed or added without the associated road improvements being installed or the traffic study may be required as well. So the access to Major Road, which isn't built yet, but these lots will be responsible for its construction. They cannot access Major Road, especially if it's not built yet, but they can't access it even if it is built until they do construct or financially guarantee their required road improvements. As for the traffic and transportation that's already been built, Wyatt Road was improved with Lot 1 for the entirety of the required half-road improvements, or for the entire lot, or the full road improvements for half the lot. They met their requirements for lots 1, which is the existing lot, and they also built the additional right-of-way road on Wyatt Road, more than they were required, but they met the requirement for Lot 3 before they platted it. So with the original plat, they did meet both Wyatt Road improvement requirements for lots 1 and 3. So no further improvements are required for Lot 3 along Wyatt Road unless development does dictate that they are through traffic studies and whatnot. So we may see at some point some development plan down the road that will that may require additional improvements to Wyatt Road, but until we know that for sure, then there is no public improvements required for Wyatt Road, at least. I will go over some of the requirements along Major Road for lots 2, 3, and 4. In this table here, we do have the acreages and the frontage lengths that each lot abuts, and the length of full road installation that would be required for each. About 237 for lot 2, or 237 feet for lot 2, 408 for lot 3, and 608 and 619 almost for lot 4. As for sidewalk improvements, the lot 1 actually built sidewalks to their first access point on Wyatt Road. Timothy Lutheran Church will be required, and this was with the original preliminary plat, this condition. They will be required to install the remainder of the sidewalk on Wyatt Road from property boundary to their first access point, or their only access point. If any of the following occurs, the second phase of lot 1, which is the parking lot surrounding the existing building, and I think some additional building improvements. The platting and development of lot 3, which we're looking at platting this one, but it's only a for sale and they're not developing it. The completion of Wyatt Road improvements abutting the proposed sidewalk area, which have not been done at this point, or the platting and development of the land directly south, which it has been preliminary platted for the woodlands directly south of them, but no development has started. So they are not required to do that as of yet, but if any of those conditions are met, they will be required to install the sidewalk. And then also one more thing would be the buffers along the eastern boundary of lot 1 of Timothy Lutheran Church. They will be required to install that buffer required at the time that they go into the second phase of their church build-out plan. We allowed them to not install the buffer in the original plan because there's a large enough piece of land between the building improvements and where the buffer is required that we thought it was unnecessary at this point. But as the site develops further, it will be required. With that, the staff does recommend approval of the preliminary plat with 8 conditions. And I believe I went over most of those. And the final plat also we recommend with 4 conditions. So if there are any questions on any of that, I'll stand for answers.
Are there any questions, Mr. Jurey?
Madam Chair?
Yes, Mr. Peil, Commissioner Peil.
Mr. Jurey, did you say the lot 3 is up for sale?
Yes, it's a for sale only plat.
Okay, does Timothy Lutheran own the property that's in the southeast corner?
Are you sorry.
It's zoned for general business, but I didn't know whether they owned that property or not.
Are you looking at you mean the
Southwest corner.
southwest corner?
Southwest corner.
Right there.
Yeah, southwest.
That one? No, they do not.
Okay.
That was actually already final platted as Wyatt Plaza before Timothy, I believe it is platted before Timothy Lutheran even platted their first lot, so.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay. Would the applicant like to come forward?
I'm Justin Legate with Engineering Solutions, and I just was going to say that the church is just intending to sell the east 23 acres of their property for, I guess, for future development. So
May I ask, you know if they have a potential prospective buyer?
I do not know. I don't know at this time if they do or not.
Okay. All right, thank you. Any questions for the, all right. Mr. Jurey, do you know, have they talked to you anything about what may be going in there?
Yeah, we did meet with a potential developer for that piece of property, and I believe they had single family and multifamily in their concept plans, their preliminary plans, but they don't have anything finalized at this point. So,
Okay. Thank you. Just interested to know what we may have
yes.
in the future. All right, are there any other questions? Yes, Commissioner
Will
Fairbanks.
lot 4, what's the zoning on that lot 4?
I believe it is service office. Lot 4 being this sliver of
Right,
a lot right there,
yeah,
and
That's
it's
service
approximately
office.
8 acres.
okay, thank you.
The church's plan, final build out plan, I believe includes that parcel. So whenever the church does expand, I believe they'll include that parcel in their build out.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, hearing none, then we'll need to vote on these separately. We'll need 2 separate motions. So if I hear a motion for,
Madam Chairman, make a motion to approve amended preliminary plat PP 12-16-5613 Timothy Lutheran Church with the 8 add-ons.
8
Recommendation.
conditions,
I
okay.
couldn't think of that word.
Second.
Commissioner Peil, thank you. All right, so we have a motion and a second, so all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, now we'll have another motion for the
Madam
final plat.
Chairman, I move to approve the final plat, PF 12-16-5605 Timothy Lutheran Church with 4 staff amendments.
I'll second
For-
it.
Okay,
Second as well.
all right. Yeah, I think Commissioner Fairbanks on the second. All right, so that one will be sent on to the city council. So all in favor, do I hear anyone, all in favor on the
Aye.
final plat?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, that has been approved, and that will go on to the city council for consideration. All right, now we have other business. We have
Yes, thank you,
Mr.
Madam Chair. As you
Mr. Allen?
note in the agenda for tonight, under other business, we do want to, if we can yet tonight, finalize the one planning commissioner looking to attend the APA National Planning Conference beginning of May. And I believe Commissioner Peil has submitted his name for consideration. Commissioner Craddock also was interested, although he did just attend this last year. He also stated he may be able and willing to simply travel and attend on his own. So if anybody's interested in joining us on their own, certainly welcome to do so. But do want to defer to the rest of the commission here tonight as to whether Commissioner Peil would be the selected candidate to move forward. Again, being never attending one of the national planning conferences, and again, one of the only interested names that we've seen so far. I'll certainly pass it back to the commission for consideration.
Thank you for considering going. Is there anyone else that would like to consider going? And where's the location you want to share?
Oh,
that?
yes, sorry. It's New York City, actually in New York City, as in Times Square, Manhattan.
Big
And-
time stuff. You guys never
Yes,
come back.
so
Okay. At least
I
it's
say
not
let
New
him
Year's.
go.
Pardon me?
Let him go.
Yeah, let it go. You have a food allowance, okay? All right. Is there anyone else that would like to go to New York City? Well, it's fine with me. If we do, we need to vote on letting him go.
no, that's quite all right. Just if there's any other names that we're wanting to be considered, I appreciate that, because we do mention it for tonight simply because we do have some early bird registration deadlines. As you can imagine, the costs associated with this conference are a little bit higher than normal for attending other locations in the past. So we do want to take advantage of every discount we can as we move forward here.
Take your camera. Okay. Is there anyone else? Or are we all in letting him go?
Go.
It's fine by me.
Go. You have our blessing.
Awesome, thank you.
Have fun.
Go
Thank you.
represent us very well.
Thank
I've
you.
already looked at the program, and the program is exciting. They've got, as I mentioned to Karen, they've got several topics that are occurring at the same time. So that'll make the choices of which one to attend harder, but nonetheless, it's still an exciting opportunity.
It is a divide and conquer approach. There'll be 3 of us attending, Commissioner Peil, myself, and our senior planner, Matt Wright, will also be attending. So we'll have 3 of us to split up exactly. There are typically 8 to 10, I believe, concurrent sessions every hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And it's a compressed schedule again this year, so again, that helps with the cost. It's just, I would say just 4 days versus a normal 5. But that does mean 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So thankfully, New York is the city that never sleeps, because we will not be either.
No.
So,
Well, the one thing I didn't see on the program schedule, of course, was lunch. So, maybe you go all day long, and then I saw dinner, so maybe you're supposed to start at 7 and go on to 7 and then eat.
yes.
Better take you some breakfast bars in your suitcase.
Well, donut holes.
You're right. Okay. Well, enjoy and come back with a report, I'm sure.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what we do. That's one of the requirements for attending. It's like a class project. We'll provide a summary of all the sessions that staff and Commissioner Peil attends, and so have an opportunity to kind of walk through those, provide information afterwards. And American Planning Association has been very gracious lately, considering how much, again, these things do cost. So it's nice of them to provide access to presentations, PowerPoints, PDFs, a lot of information following the sessions as well. So there'll be a lot of kind of a data dump once we
yeah.
return for folks to take advantage of.
They do that at conventions, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
All right, is there anything else? Hearing none, would everybody like to adjourn? Does anyone like to make a motion?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.
That was a fast second.